I simulated a European battle royale where I put every nation on the continent against each other until only one remained. Nations will now also be able to form alliances, decreasing their chances of being annexed and increasing their chances of succeeding in wars. And let's just say the outcome was unexpected. Alright, first up we're having a war between Germany and the Netherlands. Because of course Germany would be the first nation to attack someone. Oh, but it backfired on them. The Netherlands just saved the entire world from a repeat of WW2. That's something I'd never thought I'd be saying. Next we have another war, with Switzerland breaking their neutrality to attack the Netherlands. Is there like an alliance between Germany and Switzerland that I don't know about? Cause there must be if it's enough to break Switzerland's neutrality. But it seems like the Swiss will not be winning this. Can someone tell me when the Netherlands got this powerful? First they take out the Germans and now the Swiss. The Netherlands has already taken out 2 German-speaking nations, which makes me think that Austria could be next. Let's just hope no Austrians got rejected from art school this time. Okay, we have a war again, and Iceland will be attacking someone this time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they actually have a military. But despite this, they'll be attacking the United Kingdom. I guess they still haven't forgotten about the British occupying them during World War II. They succeed, the British are gone. Alright, so somehow Iceland with their 0-man army conquered the entire United Kingdom. I mean, to be honest, considering how many elite level strawmen are from Iceland, I don't think this outcome is that unlikely. So far in this video, literally nothing has made sense. Now we have a war between Albania, not sure who Albania has beef with, and they're gonna be attacking Kosovo. This is like a brother on brother fight here. Oh, but Kosovo is not having none of that. Albania's plan has backfired and has come straight back at him. Hey, don't worry, the Balkans is gonna look much worse very soon. Okay, looks like it's time for our first rebellion. No! He got rejected from art school, guys. I'd be looking to make allies very soon if I was Poland right now. Next is a war between Kazakhstan. Just so you guys know, Kazakhstan only has 1 border. Man, who's Kazakhstan gonna be going against? Russia? Nah, you gotta be joking, bro. I thought they were gonna be going after the Caspian Sea. Okay, Russia's gonna be taking out Kazakhstan. It's good to see that Russia's already trying to remake the Soviet Union. We have a war again. Czechia will be attacking. Ooh, Slovakia. They will remake Czechoslovakia whether the Slovaks like it or not. I mean, no matter who wins this, we're gonna have Czechoslovakia again. They lose it. The Slovaks also supported the reunification of Czechoslovakia, just on their own terms. We're now one step closer to remaking the borders from 1939. Okay, we're having another rebellion, and Albania is returning. It's gotta be pretty awkward between them and Kosovo now. Okay, one more war between Monaco. I was curious who they'd be attacking for a second there, but then I realized it's another one of these situations. So will they be beating France? That's the question. No, they're not. Okay, now it's between Bulgaria fighting against Romania, and another nation loses. I think you guys just gotta stop attacking other nations, because it's clearly not going out well. I think Iceland is the only nation to have won in this entire video so far. And finally, we're having our first alliance. It'll be between San Marino and Luxembourg. Alright, I'll color them the same color so we know they're allied. And there we go, we now have our glorious Microstate alliance. Okay, now we have Kosovo attacking North Macedonia. I feel like out of all their neighbors, that's the one I'd expect the least. Let's see if someone can actually win something though. Nope, no one can win. Nothing makes sense in this video. Now it's Russia making a move. I don't like where this is going. Of course they are. Of course I don't know what I was expecting. Russia, work with me here. I'm trying to keep this video monetized. But hey, I guess if it follows the same pattern as the rest of this video, they'll lose, and I have no words. Guys, I swear I'm not being bankrolled by Big Vlad. But hey, let's look on the bright side. I'm not gonna be falling out of any windows anytime soon. And no missiles will be hitting any helicopters I'm on as well. You know what? Maybe this isn't such a bad thing. Alright, we have another war. Looks like Malta will be doing something. So many choices. Okay, we're back to this again. Of course, Russia was the only exception to the rule. Now we'll have Germany. Look who's back. Going after Slovakia. Guys, remember, no one wins, right? And we continue with our series of losses. He's gone again, guys. There's no way he will come back again. That's assuming he did leave Austria, right? Now we have Armenia. I know they're not in Europe, but I put them in anyways. They're basically Europe. Oh, I see we're going back to, recent history. And it looks like Armenia, though, will be breaking the curse. I was a little scared that they might have gone after a certain nation to their west. And we'll have another conflict with Slovakia again. And they'll be going after Luxembourg's alliance. And because they're going after a nation in an alliance, they have an increased chance to lose. And they did indeed lose. So now all of this will be going to Luxembourg. The Microstate alliance is going macro. And it appears that another alliance will be forming. Okay, Serbia is going to make allies with Estonia. This one's definitely interesting. An unlikely alliance to say the least. We'll see how it works out. Now it's time to see a fight between, oh god, Russia again. Oh no, this is not good for Armenia. Oh, no shot. And it looks like Russia is losing this. I should have never underestimated the might of Armenia. Alright, now it's the Norwegians attacking Iceland. I see we now have a great Viking war. And the Norwegians are winning this one. History is once again repeating itself, and Norway once again owns Iceland. They've also returned to the shores of Britain as well. They're now truly the North Sea Empire. Now we have Belgium fighting against the Netherlands. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before, but it seems that Belgium will return to Dutch rule. Now the Netherlands is just one Luxembourg away from owning all of Benelux. Alright, we have the Latvians attacking the Estonians. Remember that Estonia does have an alliance with Serbia, so this may turn out poorly for Latvia. Or not. I guess Latvia is just built different. This now means that not only is Estonia taken by Latvia, but because Serbia was in their alliance as well, they're taken out also. These borders are only getting better. But as one alliance falls, another rises. And we'll see Montenegro joining forces with Armenia. Alright, now we have one of the smallest nations and the largest nation on the map joining together. Time for a conflict between Moldova and Armenia. That alliance should definitely come in handy for them. And somehow, surprisingly, it actually does. Goodbye to Europe's most forgettable nation. And it appears it's once again time for a rebellion. And an amazing return from the Icelandics. They weren't gonna let the fact that they have no military stop them. Now we have Denmark characteristically fighting the Swedes, and they will win out. I know all the Swedes are clenching their fists at the mere thought of them being taken over by Denmark. But hey, now all you Swedes get to say you're from the same country as Legoland. It seems conflict is brewing between Liechtenstein and Austria, but it looks like Austria will be taking this. Hey, did you guys hear about Austria's new leader? They say he's a big fan of painting. I expect only good things. Okay, time for Albania again to go after North Macedonia. But it seems like North Macedonia will be winning. I guess in the end, Albania and Kosovo were united just under the North Macedonian banner. Now we have Montenegro fighting Croatia. Yeah, I am not looking forward to these borders. And they do it. You know, thank you, Montenegro. The Balkans borders were looking a little too clean. Now this is the Balkans I know. But it appears another rebellion is brewing. And a nation that literally no one wanted to return, Monaco, is coming back. I guess this is great for all the fans of the Monaco Grand Prix. And now due to this massive change, it's like I can barely recognize the map. We have a war with the Finns attacking Norway, and the Finns will pull out on top. There has never been a better time than right now to invest in Nokia. But now it's time for a conflict between Poland and their old member of the Commonwealth, Lithuania. And we will see the Commonwealth return just on Lithuania's terms. I mean, if any of their neighbors were to annex them, I think Lithuania is probably the best choice. Looks like it's another rebellion, with Croatia returning this time. The Balkans really just can't decide what they want to be. First they get annexed, then they come back, then they get annexed again. Like, these Balkan nations just gotta pick something and stick with it. Alright, time for a war. Lithuania again, fighting Latvia, and neither of them have an alliance, so this will be a fair match. But the Lithuanians are narrowly defeated by Latvia. The brutal battles of the Balkans Baltics have now ended, with Latvia now proving that they are truly the best of the Baltics. I'd like to note that France, Spain, and Italy have done nothing this entire video, and the Greeks and Turks are also yet to act up. But something's telling me that war between these nations is gonna break out very soon. Now we'll see a war between Romania and the North Macedonians, but somehow North Macedonia will win this. Did you know that the B in North Macedonia stands for beautiful borders? Yeah, me neither. Now we'll have Latvia attacking Armenia. Let's see if that alliance with Montenegro will help them. And indeed it does. The biggest nation on the map now gets even bigger, and poor Belarus is now completely surrounded. Okay, it's between the Portuguese, we finally see some action from them, and Spain. And it seems like Iberia will be united, but under the Spanish. Spain is no longer in Spain without the S. Am I the only person who thinks Iberia would look really great united? This is probably one of my favorite imaginary borders. But it appears it's finally time for another alliance, this time between Denmark and Hungary. I guess the Danes and Hungarians were feeling a little closed in by Luxembourg's and Armenia's alliance. Alright, we have another Balkan nation, Bosnia, and they're being smart and fighting the only nation they border that's not in an alliance, because Armenia owns Serbia and Montenegro's here as well. And it worked out very well for them because they just won. The world's landmine capital just got a little bigger. Now it's Hungary attacking the Austrians. And since they're in an alliance with Denmark, this is looking pretty bad for Austria. Never mind, it's actually turning out great for Austria. Man, this new Austrian leader is really a military genius. Anyways, it looks like there will be a rebellion in Kosovo. I guess it's good to know that the chaoticness of the Balkans never changes. Now we'll see the Greeks finally doing something, and surprisingly, they're not attacking Turkey, though I'm sure they wish they did because they just won. The Byzantine Empire minus Byzantium has returned, where we'll see Armenia making another alliance, now inviting Cyprus to the alliance. Now Cyprus, Armenia, and Montenegro are the first alliance to have 3 members. But now we're back to another war, with Armenia promptly going on the offensive thanks to their new alliance with Cyprus, and these 3 will be flexing their muscles against Georgia. This is just hard to watch. And very unsurprisingly, they beat Georgia. I'm sorry, Georgia, you never stood a chance. Now we'll see the Netherlands, we haven't heard from them in a while, finally getting France to do something. I'm baffled at how the French have been able to go the entire game without doing anything, especially considering how many nations they border. And they're not really helping themselves with that whole surrender reputation. France really went the entire game just to surrender instantly to the Netherlands. Classic France. I wouldn't have expected anything less. Alright, now we'll see an alliance be formed between Kosovo and Ireland. Once again, a very interesting alliance. Kosovo and the Irish, I wouldn't have expected that. Alright, we have the Finns fighting with the Icelandics. Let's see if their no-man army will work wonders again. But unfortunately, it doesn't work this time. Hopefully Iceland is going for good this time. Alright, it's Spain versus the Netherlands. Since the Netherlands is pretty much Napoleonic France now, you could see this as another peninsular war. But unfortunately for Spain, they won't win this time. I never thought the Netherlands, out of all nations, would be getting this far. They pretty much control the entirety of mainland Western Europe now. Now we'll see a fight between Andorra and, well, the Netherlands. If Andorra actually wins this, it's gonna be insane. But, maybe I spoke a little too soon. How could you let me down like this, Andorra? An alliance again, with the Italians allying with the Bosnians. This alliance does kind of make sense. The Italians do want that Adriatic coast. Now the vast majority of the continent is in an alliance. I'm expecting some major wars between alliances very soon. For now, though, we have a rebellion, in which we'll see Albania return for the second time. Why are you here? I swear, these two right here somehow always find a way to come back. Once again, we have an alliance. Looks like Kosovo is going to be inviting someone to their alliance. Kosovo is going to be inviting Kosovo to their alliance. Let's do this again. Kosovo is inviting Austria to their alliance. Kosovo, is there, something you want to tell us? I mean, how could you never have told us that you had such a keen eye for allies? But with Austria now on their side, they're now the second alliance to have 3 members. And now it's time for a war. And it appears the Microstate alliance will be going after someone. And that someone is the only nation on their borders without an alliance, the Netherlands, which they will take down. Here we have Luxembourg proving once again that size isn't everything. And while Luxembourg has been doing all the work, San Marino has just been sitting here. Now we'll see the Italians attacking, San Marino. Italy definitely heard me and also just realized that San Marino still exists. But this war is also a war between 2 alliances, both with 2 members each. And the Italian alliance takes down the Microstates. Not only will Italy now take over San Marino, but also Luxembourg as well. It's official, guys. Rome is back. Alright, it seems that now a nation will rebel. And that nation is Croatia. Can these Balkan nations just stop coming back? I don't know how they're doing it, but the Balkan nations are finding the way to come back every single time. I think I'm starting to understand why this region has so much conflict. We're now back to a war, which will see Montenegro fighting Croatia. Is it just me? I'm having deja vu. This is the second time this has happened. There we have it. Croatia is gone for the second time in the exact same way. Croatia really went through all the trouble to come back again just to fall to the hands of Montenegro again. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Slovenia actually doing something for the first time in this entire game, but since they waited so long to do anything, they're now completely surrounded by other alliances, and they choose to fight Austria's alliance, and they lost. Shocking! Hey, let's look on the bright side here. Austria finally gets a coastline. We have Belarus going against the only nation they border, Armenia. This is a very similar situation to Slovenia, and just like Slovenia, they don't win. But Belarus, you were a necessary sacrifice, because now Armenia's borders look amazing. An alliance again. Pretty much everyone is in an alliance now, so I'm curious to see where this goes. Okay, Monaco, they're not in an alliance, and they'll be joining forces with the Greeks. I really don't think Monaco will be helping them that much, but hey, I guess every little bit counts, right? This also just made me realize, where has Turkey been this entire game? The same goes for Mr. Pope Francis over here. Yes, he has been here the entire time, just watching. But never mind that, it's time for war. It'll be Kosovo's alliance versus Montenegro's alliance. They're both equal in members with 3 each, so it'll be a fair match. And Kosovo's alliance wins it. The Armenian alliance, which has been so dominant for so long, has now met its end. And with this development, we're now nearing our final few nations. The Italian alliance to the west, the Austrian alliance to the east, the Greek alliance to the south, and the nations of Finland, Albania, Turkey, and Vatican City are still without an alliance. It's going to be a war again, with Italy's alliance fighting against the Austrian alliance. Due to having less members, they are at a slight disadvantage though. But it did not matter, as they still pulled out on top. Say goodbye to Kosovo, Austria, and Ireland because Rome is in town. Europe is now completely dominated by Italy's alliance, despite having only 2 members. But with the end of Austria's alliance, there remains only 2 alliances, the Italian and the Greek. Perhaps we'll now see a conflict between the two, or perhaps the Vatican will strike. The Pope has awoke, and he has his eyes on Caesar. But unfortunately for him, his haughtiness would be his end. Now all of the Italian peninsula is Roman territory, and it's war again, with Monaco going after the only nation they can, Italy. Fortunately for them though, their alliance with Greece evens the scales, and narrowly, the Monacans win. Perhaps the true successor to Rome was Monaco all along. Now we'll see the Turks finally acting, and obviously they'll choose to go after Greece. These two have avoided confrontation for so long, but now they can't avoid it. And it appears that the Turks win. The Turks were playing the long game, and it worked out very well for them. Watch out, Europe, the Ottomans are back in town. We're now finally down to our final 3, with all alliances having been eliminated, and it's time for perhaps our second to last battle between Albania and Turkey. And the Albanians, despite all the odds, win against Turkey. Albania never expanded dominated this entire game. In fact, they were actually eliminated, but now they own almost all of Europe. This means we're down to only two nations, Finland and Albania. But at the final hour, a rebellion happens. A rebellion from... What? No! A rebellion from Vatican City! The Pope has just been resurrected in the final round, and I am terrified. So now we have three nations left: Finland, Albania, and Vatican City. And we will have a war between Albania and Finland. I guess whoever wins here will go on to fight the Pope. And our winner is Albania. This is it, the final round. It's the final showdown between Albania and Pope Francis II. And we will have our final war. The attacker will be Albania. The Albanians have made it their mission to strike down the Pope and end this royale once and for all. This is it, the finale. For the final time, let's spin the wheel. No! He's done it! The Pope has done it! Pope Francis II, against all the odds, came back and conquered the entire continent of Europe. 51 nations on this continent, and out of all of them, the smallest, not only in the European continent, but in the world. The smallest nation has now expanded to owning an entire continent. On a real note though, I was not expecting that. Going into this royale, I don't know what I was expecting exactly, but the Pope owning all of Europe was definitely not it. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, and just remember, the Pope is always watching.